You may not believe. You may think it's not real.
Is anybody there? What could be haunting this place?
Do spirits really exist? Use your voice and communicate to us.
I'm Bex.
And I'm Sean,
Uncover the truth.
on the Ghost Dimension channel.
Hi everyone. Wow, my hair looks wild today. It's so humid here today and hot. It's hot like everywhere right now. It's like close to 90. So yeah, we go from cold to hot. I hope everybody got an opportunity last night to witness and feel that awesome energy of Grandmother Moon last night, the buck moon, which signifies a super moon this year. And it is kind of prelude to the buildup for the next moon, which is in September 28th on my daughter's birthday, actually, as a supermoon. And what's a supermoon? Well, it's like the closest it can get to the Earth. It looks almost like a cookie in the sky you could reach up and touch. It was really, really awesome last night to be able to witness that and recharge myself and recharge the crystals and stones and gems that I had. It was a beautiful night. Of course, it was so full of energy. It was hard to go to sleep. So that's the downside of it, if there is one. But that's about it. So, yeah, I love to see you guys all here. And before I get started, though, I want to bring up a couple different things. First of all, when you guys go for readings or you get readings, one of the things I want you to remember, especially when this happens, if you get a read from somebody that you trust, that you know their background, and then you may go to a different reader like within a span of a couple weeks, you're usually, if they're legit, are going to get that same comment over and over. So try to hang on to one, and that's not a promotion for me. That's not what I'm saying. But just kind of watch what you do, because sometimes we get answers, and just because we don't get the answers we want to have, we kind of skip around to see if we can find it and make it fit. I've actually had this conversation with my dear sister of my soul, Lizzie Starr, and I look up to her as a big sister, and she looks at me like a little sister, and we've been doing this for a long time. And we had the conversation where she'll toss cards, or I'll toss cards, and she'll say, it just doesn't say what I dang want it to, So, yeah, that's a human factor in that. So I just want you all to know that. We're going to be on tomorrow with, I'm going to be with Holly Jenkins, and we're going to be talking about protection and medicine pouches and bundles and the different kind of backgrounds, druids, and all that kind of stuff that comes up. We're going to talk a little bit about what curses are or what they can be. We're going to talk about all that good stuff tomorrow, and it'll be same time, same place here. All right. So, hi, Lindsay. How are you? Hi, Sue. How are you? But just like I said, I just want to make sure that you all kind of, take care of yourselves. And the other thing too, and I was actually just doing this before I came on, I was meditating, and I don't know if you all have tried or you even realize how much we as humans hold tenseness in our bodies. But if you can truly just sit or even lay flat on a bed or outside in the lawn chair, wherever, and just kind of totally relax your body. And I'll tell you, one of the keys I found is when you're laying there or sitting there or whatever, however you're doing it, if you sit there, the last thing to unclench is your jaw. And if you put it in your mind to relax your face muscles and your jaw, you'll be amazed at how calm things do. It kind of grounds you. So y'all, I dare you all to go out and do that today or tomorrow and just kind of relax. And that's what brings those healings in. That's what brings those connections in for all of us, okay? So it's really important that we all kind of honor that because, you know, we don't always think about our spiritual self or sometimes our physical selves because we're always doing stuff or doing stuff for other people or with other people. But you need to do that. And it is a hard thing to allow healing in, but man, you just got to try to just relax and let it go. And it's a task. Let me tell you, it's a task. So I got the deck. I'll pull up my other cards here, the box here. Thank you, Jessica. Let us see. Okay, I know there's a lot of people up top, so I'm gonna kind of go down a little bit. Let's see where we're at here. I'm gonna start with Jessica today, and then I'll go down the list. Okay. Hi, JB. Hi, Cindy Pinkham. Hi, Mel. How are you? All right. Let's see what I can get for you today, Jessica. All right. Let's see what we get for Jessica today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Actually, I was watching these out in front of my house today. We don't usually see them on this marsh lake. We usually see them on the bigger lake. But this is the gull. Okay? So the goal for you today is bringing in the message of, and maybe that's because I just set intent for it, but it's like letting your hair down, relaxing, taking that moment just to ride the wind. Gulls are fascinating creatures, and a lot of people, I mean, I heard all growing up while I was growing up, and I'm 62 now, so I've heard all my life, oh, they're like flying rats. But you have to look at them and their persistence and how they have existed so long. And they adapt. It's about their adaptation. So for today, this is all about adaptation for you. And just trying to, and they keep saying, letting your hair down just a little bit. Because we're always in that really like postured state of got to do this, got to get that done, got to get this, and they don't want you to do that. They want you just to relax a little bit. I'm also seeing, again, this is about adaptability for you. Okay, so there's I want to say a situation going on, not a big deal, but you need to relax and kind of roll with it. And this is what they're saying, just roll with it. And they're showing this gull, and if you've ever watched them on the seashore or a lake shore, you can see where they'll actually ride the wave, and they'll be in that same spot, right? That same spot. And you kind of wonder, like, how are they doing that? It's like they're not even moving, but they're there, right? It's because of adaptability. And whatever the situation is calling for right now, it's not asking you to put a bunch of energy into it, because really in the long haul, it's not going to make a big difference to you one way or the other. So they're just saying, roll with it. Just roll with it. Let it go. Roll with it. And then take better care of yourself. And again, they're like taking the hair down, right? Sometimes, and I don't do it often because I'm trying to get this all to grow back in because of the meds I've had over the past few years. I've lost a lot of my hair. So it's about, and so they say, oh, yep, they're showing me tie my hair back. And then, no, don't do that. And they're pulling it out and your hair comes down. And it's just a way or a meaning of relaxing. So Jessica, this is something that's really important right now for you, for your body, for your mind, body, spirit. You need to relax a little bit more and let your hair down and just kind of take those deep breaths and enjoy life a little more. Don't worry about the little details all the time, because sometimes those little details aren't going to matter. That's just sometimes, but right now they're not in the bigger picture of things. Okay, so that is your card today, Jessica. And I know I jumped the gun, but hey, it's all there, and that's your message for today. And I hope it resonates with you. Okay, so let me go down the list, or should I call it the listy, as Sean says. Hi, JB. How are you? La 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 la. Hi, Presh. How are you? Yeah, that moon was beautiful today. It was glowing until the sun peaked up, and then it was still here a little bit. It's huge, and you can actually go out, and it'll still be, you'll still see it, but it's already starting to move out of the full moon cycle, right? So, but you can still go see it. It was just the strongest point last night. And then the fact that it was in Capricorn when it did it, and if you follow astrology, and I don't really follow astrology, but I know when it's affecting me, and that's my birth sign. So that's like really positive for me. And that was like, yeah, you're not going to bed. You're not going to sleep, Bear. This is what's going on. So, yeah, I take advantage anytime you can of those moons. All right, Presh, let's see what I've got for you today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, this is a nice card. And I keep hearing right now, I'm hearing balance. Okay, so this is your card today, and it's the koi. I was actually contemplating getting some koi this year, but I think I'm going to wait till next year. They're beautiful animals, excuse me, hiccups again. And they live very long lives. And they're actually very revered in the Asian culture. And they've been part of the history and the lore. It goes back, dating way, way back into time, you know. And this brings with it today for you, Presh, is about balance. If you'll note on the card, there's like that bright orangey red, the black, the white, and they come in all different colors. But this is actually, oh, okay, that was interesting. Get to the point, Bear. That's what they're telling me. Okay, so those colors represent different things in our lives, and this particular koi is very its modeling or coloration is very balanced, and this is what they want you to try to attain. Not even try to attain, it's like she can do this whenever she wants. She can step into this. Why would she even question it? So balance for you, but you have to make that effort to step in the right direction, and this is what they're showing me. I actually feel that there's going to be a lot of, I don't want to use the word rewards. Let's call it blessings, okay? You're going to have a lot of blessings over the next week or so. And they're going to come in and they're going to affect each area of your life differently, okay? Just like the colors are on the fish, you know, they can represent fortune, they can represent health, they can but whatever it is that's coming in, it's going to be like a bonus for you. And as you take each step, you're going to get to that point of balance, but you're going to have to look through the stuff that's coming in for you. I also want to say there's something that you've been trying to, I was going to say attain, but then they yelled in my head, understand. So there's something going on that you're not quite sure why it is or how it is. And they're saying, just let it reverb on you and just take in that energy, because it's positive energy. And it's like I said, they keep saying it's like something she's having a difficult time understanding, either how to get it activated, how to get it to a point where it's very beneficial for you. What the heck? Okay, so you have, and this is what I'm being told to tell you, you have that power within you, and you just have to let it happen. And they're telling me right now that you overthink a lot of things. Like you overthink, like in a big way. And I know when I was younger, that's what I used to do. Now I just deal with it as it comes or accept it as it comes. Okay. And I'm hearing that a lot of things are positives. And just because we don't know why they happen that way or how the heck did somebody understand it? Or was that real? Like getting a message from spirit? You just have to quit overthinking it and accept these positives that are coming in. There's no string attached. And I'm also hearing kind of like you're waiting for that other shoe to drop. And it's like there's not going to be another shoe. Just accept it for what it is. It's not going to blindside you. And this way, by you accepting and learning to kind of open to the messages from the spirit lands, from the divine energies, and from life around you, you'll attract positives by accepting positives. Okay. And this is what's going on for you. And within the next, say, week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, but more like a week and a half, there's going to be a lot of things popping up for you. Don't overthink them. Just enjoy the blessings that you're going to get. Okay. So that is your card today, Miss Prush, and it is the Koi. Thank you for being here, and I hope it resonates for you. All right, let me go down a little bit more. Hi, Jillian. How are you today? Hi, Margaret. Woo! Hi, Lindsay Culver. How are you? I got to go down the list for a little bit here. Hi, Sue. How are you? Okay, let me do that. Okay, Jessica, I can do that. Okay, hang on 1 second. All right. Ooh. Let's get these stirred up today. I had an interesting question pop up actually earlier today, and I was actually talking about it yesterday too with a friend online. She had made a post about it as well. This is the first time in my life that I have been this long without a dog, let alone 2 dogs. My dog died in 2019, and I've had dogs all my life. And I haven't had cats all my life, but the cats are here now, or one is anyway. They're old, and I lost them to old age. And Mulan's the last one. She's like 18 years old, and somebody said, do our animals come back? Do they connect with us? And I can tell you without even a doubt in my mind, yes, they do. I've had horses that I've had pass, and other people that came to my home at that time when I was living on the 10 acres that I had actually saw that horse. It came in the house and said, oh my gosh, it's a beautiful gray mare you have. What is her name? And I just kind of laughed because they saw her. And she was gone. She had been gone for 6 months. So yeah, pets can come in. They can do miraculous things. And it's usually when we need them, right? I've had my dog, Boone, has come in. My cats have all showed up at different times. And you can actually kind of see them. They're not quite solid, but they do make clicks on the floor or imprints on the bed. And I've always had that all my life. So yeah, you want to doubt about pets? Don't doubt about pets. When you need them, they'll show up. Okay, Sue, let's see what I got for you today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I think sometimes that's why I connect with animals and different creatures all my life, is because I hear them like they're talking to me. So, enjoy that. All right, Sue, today you have the frog. Cool frog, too. I love this frog. We actually haven't been seeing a lot of frogs. We haven't had a lot of bullfrog music choirs this year because we are in such a drought that the lake has receded quite a bit. But regardless, frogs bring in about a time to renew yourself. They also talk about cycles where they start as the egg and they go through, into the little pollywog, into a pollywog with back legs, and into a pollywog with 4 legs, and then finally the frog. But for you today, it's talking about renewal, rejuvenation. It's about getting in that water to cleanse, like what's going on. And I feel that there's been a lot of stuff they're showing me that just hasn't really set right with you, or it's been very difficult, or you've had difficult people or difficult conversations around you. And you literally need to kind of wash it off. So step out in the air, put your feet on the ground, walk in the water. Sometimes when people don't have water around, I always tell them, go in and take a just a tepid shower, not freezing cold, not hot, just a tepid shower. And just let that water run over you so that all that crap just kind of drains off of you and it goes down into the drain. It's the same thing with smudging. And I don't know that a lot of people know this, but every time you smudge, the ashes that are in it should be released into water. Okay, so it goes back and it cleanses again. You should never use the same ash in a bowl or an incense burner. You always need to clean it, because otherwise you're just bringing up old stuff. And this is like what I'm hearing. Don't keep bringing it up. You're going through this process, whatever this is, and you need to cleanse and renew yourself. And they're literally saying almost like rejuvenate your soul. Believe in things that maybe perhaps you haven't believed in before, but they're important, that when they show up, you're not saying, well, why did they just show up now? Or why did this happen? Another case of overthinking stuff, I think, a little bit anyway. But this is all about you and being able to become who it is you really want to be, who you really want to walk in as. And this is like a starting point for you. So just take those first steps. Just take them. They're just saying, just take them, because you've done all this work and you're like, well, which way should I go? Should I go here? Well, maybe I should do this. Just pick it. Don't think about it. Just pick it. And if one doesn't work, there'll be another one there for you to pick. Whatever path you pick is never a fail. Even if it's a way that we go and we necessarily don't like what's going on there, we all have that, what's the word? You all have that experience, right, of going down there. So you're not failing, you're learning. Okay, so you bring that experience and say, hey, I don't ever want to go that path again. And then you pick another one and you go down that one. And then you find what you need to find and you make progress on your walk as human. And this is what I'm being told for you, just cleanse it, let it go. And you start with that new page and you can take it whichever direction you want. But just do it. They're saying, just do it very softly. Just do it. Okay, so Sue, I hope that resonates with you and it makes sense to you. And your card today was the frog. That's like one of the hardest things for humans, right? Well, the biggest thing is fear. The second biggest thing is to admit we can be wrong, which, we all can be wrong every now and then. I am every now and then, for sure. And in my life, I've been wrong a lot of times over different things. But it's okay. If we're not out there creating chaos or creating negatives, it's okay. It's a learning process. Sometimes we have to walk through chaos and negatives just to understand what we have that's good on the light side of things, on the spiritual side of things, on the good side of things. Okay, so that is your card for today, was the frog, and I hope it resonates for you. Okay. All right, Jessica, I'll have this in, and when this is done, I'll do a card for you right now for her. And then when you kind of scroll through the recording of it, where it's up, wherever you're watching it on Facebook, you can just look for the little picture with the comment from you. Okay, and then she can listen to it then. I'll be happy to do that. Okay. Hi, Bonnie. How are you? All right. I see you, Lindsay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, well, there you go. 72 cards. And here we go. Guess who else gets the gull? Okay. Again, I talked a little bit about the gull. They've been around forever. And this is about this one this time for Alora. I hope I'm saying it right. Alora Victoria. This is about with you kind of like a spiritual trip for you, like a spiritual moment for you, of trying to connect in ways and getting frustrated because it's not working the way you think it needs to work. But the biggest takeaway from that card for you is you don't give up. You never give up. You have to work through things, and you will continue, just like the gulls have been here, like I said, beyond time. I mean, gulls have been around forever. They don't become extinct, they thrive no matter what because they adapt to things. And this for you is all about your spiritual self, that sense of freedom to express and be who you're meant to be, that you want to be. But it's almost like you're listening to other people, and it's like putting confines around you and boundaries around you. You just have to remember that those aren't your boundaries. Those are boundaries other people set. They're not walking our paths. Other people don't walk our paths. They're not walking in our shoes. They don't do what we do. And you have to be okay with grabbing life in a way that is benefits you and is beneficial for you. As long as you go forward with that in positives, stuff will come back to you in positives. But this is about, again, I feel like confines, like people put borders around you or put like, oh, you shouldn't do that, or that's not going to be good for you, or it's all about positivity. And that's what I've got for you today. So let those boundaries go, because you didn't set them. You did not set them. So if people come up, you've got the right to say, hey, no, I'm not interested, thank you, that's good, I'm happy for you, but move along. It's okay to say no. And that's the biggest takeaway for her, Jessica, is it's okay to say no. And that is Laura Victoria's card today. It's the gull. And I hope that resonates for her. And thanks for bringing her name to us here, Jessica. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to go down. See, I said that. All right. Yeah, I'm good. Sue, it's kind of hot here. I've been dealing with a lot of physical pain with my legs and stuff. My knees are really bad. This weather, I'm like a walking barometer. So yeah, as long as I get sleep. The kids were here over the weekend, and it was nice to see them and have them home. I am, Lindsay, and I'm glad you are too. Isn't that like amazing? When you unclench your jaw, we don't even realize we're doing it. It's awesome. And if you just make your face slack, everything relaxes. It's awesome. I love it. I will too. Yes, I will. Good, Mel. I'm glad. All right. Hi, JB. Oh man, I'll tell you what, Cindy Pinkham, I almost had a heart attack yesterday, and that's kind of why he's quiet today, because Mango flew over on Phoenix's cage yesterday. Pip was out too, and I was actually sitting at my computer, and typically, oh look, you got two cards, Bonnie. One just flew out. He got his foot bit. And thank the Lord that Phoenix doesn't bite super hard, because he could have taken part of his foot off, but he didn't. But he did cause it to bleed. He's okay. He's eating. He likes to come down by me, close to me. And yeah, it's been a lot. I was really concerned last night, but he seems to be doing good, because there's not much you can do for it. It's the holiday, and you have to take him to a vet to get any kind of medication. So it was a little crazy, Cindy. All right, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, this card coming up too. Okay, so you got two cards today, Bonnie. And the reason is the one flew out. So this one, which is really kind of funny because we were talking about her a little bit earlier, is Grandmother Moon. And the second card that came up for you is the Koi. Okay, so you got the Koi as well. Okay, so again, Grandmother Moon talks about cycles, and the Koi is bringing about, okay, they're like how you swim through life, how you go through life, right? And the reason I silkscreen, this particular koi, like I said, is because it's really balanced out, and it has properties of most of the koi colors that mean something, right? So with you, it's all about the energy right now. Grandmother Moon, like I said, was fierce last night. So if you did not get to catch her last night, you need to kind of step out today and tell her hello, and ask for whatever it is that you have in your heart that you want assistance with. If it's energy, if it's, thoughts to get through something or figure something out, this is your opportunity, because even though it was the full moon last night, it's still a very, very powerful moon that's there. So ask it for healing, ask her for what it is you need. Okay, so that's why she's showing up. Plus, I'm seeing that you're almost like connected with Grandmother Moon, kind of like you have a relationship with her. And they're saying, like, because of your roots, whatever that means. Okay. But the koi comes in and it's talking about you will attain what you need, okay, through working with Grandmother Moon. So the energies are definitely in your favor right now. You just need to kind of step out and make it very clear what you're trying to achieve. Okay, so those are your 2 cards today. 2 cards. You got a bonus. Okay, Grandmother Moon and the koi. All right. Thanks, Bonnie, for stopping in, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. All right, let's go down a little bit more. Oh, no. Hi, JB. How are you? Hi, Gail Marie. Yeah, I'll give you a card. Hi, Maureen. How are you today? Woo! Oh, boy, I'll tell you what, that clear breeze, I am bringing it in through the window today, because let me tell you, it feels good. It feels really good. Okay, I'm going to cut these cards for you for some reason. Okay, okay. All righty. Let's see what we got. Ooh, don't fall on the floor. I don't want 72 card pickup. All right, here we go, Gail. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Ooh, these are amazing animals. Amazing creatures. Your card today is a great horned owl. Okay, so I have a connection with these. I used to have them on my property where I used to live, and I lived there for 10 years. And we had a family of great horned owls that lived on our creek, and they used to raise their babies and teach them to hunt, and they're just amazing. Owls also, for me, see more like humans than most creatures, because their eyes are in the front of their face, not on the side of their face like many animals are. So it's their ability to see through and see things very clear through their eyes. Okay, and they have excellent night vision. You ever get a pair of night vision binoculars, or you ever look through, like if some people that hunt or something, they have scopes where they have night vision on them? It's amazing what you can see. Well, they don't need those. They have that. So what I'm being shown for you today is you need to look clearly, very clearly, before judging something. And they are using the word judging, because things aren't as they appear. So don't jump to conclusions, okay? They also want you to listen, okay? And you can see, I mean, and they're really cool. They are. They look like bat wings, right? They're feathers that go up on their head, and they basically work like radar. So they want you to not only look through and see everything, see the bigger picture, but they want you also to listen to the possibilities, because however this is like being presented to you, whatever the situation or this person is that's involved with it, it's like you're taking it at just like at first glance, okay? You can't do that. You have to really step back and really look and listen about the entire situation or person. There's a lot of times people will walk up when they meet me, they're like kind of standoffish. They do this with my daughter as well. And it's because we kind of walk with a lot of energy and people are scared of that. But then once they get to know me and my daughter, it's like, oh my gosh, why was I scared? This is kind of what they're saying. Somebody just yelled, don't judge a book by its cover. Okay. There's more to it than you know. So you have to look at it in a clearer fashion, and you have to listen so that you can attain the knowledge you need to make the decision. Don't jump to conclusions. Be very open-eyed and open-eared to see what the bigger picture is. And that's what the Great Horn is bringing through for you today. And I hope that resonates for you, Gail. And thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Okay, Maureen, how are you? Yeah, JB, I can get you a card. Hang on. Hang on. Let me shuffle these up again. Let's see what we get this time, right? Okay. All right. All right, here we go. Maureen, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, boy, I'd like to have some of this air coming in for us. This is the snow goose you've got. This is my birth totem on a medicine wheel. Snow goose are fierce protectors of family. They're fierce protectors and teachers for children, okay? Okay. And I'm absolutely hearing, this is kind of a teaching moment that you have, the opportunity for a teaching moment. In other words, you're going to imprint on people by doing the positive things that you usually walk with because you're a good person. And I can see that from your soul energy. And you teach them. But this is the thing. And this is what Snow Goose is bringing through. Once you teach them, and sometimes it takes a couple times to ring their bells so they get it and they understand it. And it can be, it's no fault of ours or no fault of yours that they're not understanding what is the most important to move forward or how best to move forward. And it's not that you're telling anybody how to do it, but you're setting it by example. Sometimes people just don't get it. They're not ready to move. They're not ready to, continue following the changes that we all go through every moment of every day. They're like, I'll just say it, they're kind of stuck on stupid, right? Doesn't matter who is showing them or helping them or assisting them, however you want to put it, they just get stuck, okay? So as a teacher, like the Snow Goose, taking care of its family, they reach a point, like with their young, when they're done teaching them, it's like, well, hope you learned, see ya, and give them the suitcase and out the door they go, right? This is how the Snow Goose is. They teach them until they're full grown, and then they have to learn to fly on their own. And this is what I'm being told. Stop showing them and fixing them and trying to help them when they're not willing to help themselves. That was really clear and really loud. So whoever this is or whatever's going on with you, continue to be your positive self, but you can't fix them. They've got to want to be fixed, or they got to want to walk their own right path. We can't do it for them. So stop picking up behind them and getting them back to a clear start, because it ain't going to matter. They're not going to change. They're going to continue to do that. And that's their life journey. They have to go through that. They have to understand it, and they have to move through it. We can all help them in many, many ways, but if they're not going to listen, it's not going to work. And that's your card today. So continue your positive imprints that you put on your world and all the people around you, but don't try to fix them, because you can't fix stupid. And I know that sounds harsh, but that's what I'm being told. So that's why I'm giving it to you. You just can't fix stupid. And it's like stuck on stupid. Okay. So that's your card, Maureen. And thanks for popping on today. I appreciate you. All right. JB. La la. Hi, Joyce. How are you? Hi, Kay. How are you? Ooh, lots of people here today. Lots of people here today. All right. Happy 4th of July to everybody that's celebrating it. I am not a person that really celebrates it. I used to work at Children's Hospital, and we used to have all kinds of emergency admits because people that got hurt from fireworks. So not my favorite thing. Plus it scares the bejesus out of the critters. All right, JB, let's see what I can get for you today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Ooh. All right. Well, this is kind of good. This is the element of water. Okay. So this is for you. Okay. And I feel like muddled, M-U-T-T-L-E-D, like muddled, which is like kind of confused or not sure of yourself, or, oh my gosh, how am I going to deal with this? And it's like, oh, I don't know what to do. So with that in mind, the element of water is all about growth. It's all about cleansing. It's all about renewing. Our bodies are made up of, the biggest majority of it is water. We have to have water. Water is life. Water equals life, okay, for us. And for a lot of things, everything that has some sort of life needs water to continue. So what I'm being shown for you is you need to let the old go. And I'm seeing that there's some, like, not because the water's an element, but I'm seeing some elements of things that you've been dragging forward, or things that were taught to you or shown to you, and you're not kind of resonating with them right now. It's not jiving with how you are and who you are. That's okay. You can release all that and let it go. Okay. Keep the things that you may have learned from it, even if it was like not so great. You still have experience with it now, and you know that if it showed up again, you'd be able to manage it, maneuver it better. Okay. This is about completely jumping in, like jumping in that lake, jumping in that water, that river, that pool, whatever it is, and just letting it all go, cleaning all that crud out. You know, when you get a car, when you're an adult, like especially your first car, you know, you always want to make sure it's clean and it's shiny and it looks good. Okay. This is what they want you to do. You need to clean it up. Go in, jump in, clean it, and you'll like it. You just do you. Don't try to make everybody else happy. Don't try to make every decision you make fit into everybody else around you, their idea of what's good for you. That's not what we do. You need to do what's good for you. Nobody else. You need to be able to make choices that are beneficial and feed that positive life source in you, right? And it's like, geez, if I do this, so-and-so isn't going to be happy. If I do that, I don't know if I can do that. You know, you don't know if you don't try. And I don't care what anybody else says, because you're driving your bus. You're the one in charge. And that's what you got to remember. You have to give that empowerment to yourself. Water is a great way to do it, right? You ever hear that song? Oh, it was way back, I want to say probably the 50s or early 60s. And it was a song, I don't even remember who sang it, but it was like, and nothing to the men, but this was a song, I want to wash that man right out of my hair. This is what you need to do. You need to kind of wash it all out of you. Get it away from you. You can still utilize it, but in a different way, in a way that fits for you and your energy. So you got to let that all go. Step in the water. And I just got, this is actually kind of funny. I just saw Christ walking on water, right? That image they just showed me, like Christ walking on water. That was supposedly one of his miracles that he did. He walked out to the apostles on the water. And that's kind of what you got to do. You got to find your moment, right? Your moment, and how to feed yourself, your spiritual self, and how to feel it so well and bring it in and make it part of you, so that not only your spiritual self, but your mind and body balance with all that as well. Okay. And that's what you need to do. And okay. And they're also saying, have a little bit of faith. Have a little bit of faith in yourself that you're a good person and that you've got this. You can do this. And if you need help, you need to ask for it, but ask for it in the right places. Okay. They won't let you stumble around in the dark for whatever this is that you're trying to attain. But they keep showing me it's the belief in self that you're worthy. There's all different ways for us to be spiritual. Some people go to church. Some people, practice other types of religion, Buddhism or where the Druids were, or, there's all different kinds. There's Muslims, there's Catholics, there's Protestants. Everybody has their own thing. You don't have to pick one of those organized things. You can make it what it is supposed to be for you. So whatever's going to benefit you spiritually is how you need to move forward. That's what will give you the healing. That's what will give you the healing. When you accept you're good enough to attain and that you can do this, that's when you'll get a healing. Okay. And that's working with that element of water, man. Just cleanse it out and get rid of it, what you don't need. And hey, it can even be people that don't resonate with you anymore. Do you honestly think, okay, they're saying this in my head, and I'm just going to say this out loud. Okay. So do you honestly think that people that are around you, you keep putting in the work with them and you want to make them happy, you want to get their approval? Do you honestly think that if you're trying to get approval that you matter to them? That's what I'm being told to tell you. People like that, you need to cut loose, and you don't have to do it in a mean way. If they get the picture later on and come back with a better attitude, that's fine. But you need to cut the dead weight, is what I'm being told. And know that you've got this. You don't need anybody's approval. You just need your own approval. I told this to somebody yesterday. Take a bunch of sticky notes out and put them on a mirror, put them around the house. And when you go into the bathroom in the morning and you're looking in that mirror, you have a little note that reminds you, hey, you know what? I like that person in the mirror. I like that person that's looking at me. You've got to attain that. And until you do, it's hard for all of us if we don't do that. You've got to love yourself. You got to like yourself. It can't be dependent on other people. So that's what I'm hearing for you, like really super loud. And it's water. And actually, water in many religions and spiritual places is very prevalent. Baptism with some of them, or just the cleansing of the earth with the water and working with the water. I have a dear friend, Windwalker, who that's what her purpose is. She goes around to help heal the water. Okay. So it doesn't matter what it is, JB, just do it for you and cleanse all that out. And then ask for what you need and work with them. But it doesn't have to be what anybody else thinks. Okay. That is your card today, and I hope it resonates and makes sense. Okay. Thanks for popping in today, JB. Okay, Jessica. Ha ha. Yeah, sometimes you do need to do that, right? It's really weird, but yeah, I was sitting there today and I thought, why is they making me do this? But it's true. If we don't learn, and you can even do it like in a sitting position, like as I'm sitting right here right now, I'm really stiff in my back and my shoulders, right? And if I just take that breath, and I tell people, take 7 breaths, 1 for each direction, north, south, east, west, above, below, and within, right? If you take those deep breaths in and you hold that, and then you release it, every time, 7 breaths, right? That's a sacred number, 7 breaths. You will feel your body kind of rejuvenate a little bit, and it'll relax. And it's hard to do that sometimes, but we need to be conscious if we want to feel better or get better, or get to our end of our day at work, or whatever it is. Even trying patience with people that are just like giving you a heart attack, right, kind of thing. You just take those breaths and remember who you are, and everything else kind of washes away to the side. So that is awesome. Woo! Hi, Kay. Glad you're here too. Hi, Annie. Hi, Lindsay. Oh, okay, let's see what I can get for Joyce. Ooh, I saw a documentary last night on Disney that was over the past 3 years. It was put together. And you know how with the pandemic, I don't know if you guys have watched or not, animals were starting to come out in droves. Like in Venice, they saw the dolphins in the water by Venice, in the channels or whatever they call it, canals. They started to see the migration the way it used to be in all the big national parks, and just a lot of things were rejuvenating. They actually had some things that they thought were extinct that came back. I'm counting, Joyce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And one of the things that they found out, and this was a really good documentary, I hadn't really heard about it on the news, was that fishermen down in Australia, the southern part of Australia, were catching, they'd go out to catch tuna. You know, some of them were commercial fishermen, and then some of them were just actually fishermen that were out there getting fish for their families. And they cast out their line, and as they're pulling it in, probably, I don't know, I would say 5 to 10, 12 feet away from it, they'd have bull sharks that would come up, and literally the fish that the people were catching, they'd take it right off the bait hook. And people were like, every time we go out, we can't fish and bring food in for our family because these bull sharks are coming in and they are actually taking what's on our line. So they sent somebody out. There's 2 people, and they were really involved. I'm sorry, but I'm all about the creatures, right? So this is stuff we need to understand. So they went out. There's 2 scientists, biologists, whatever, that have worked and studied sharks forever. So they went down there and they actually did tests, and they put cameras in the water. And sure enough, it was really strange behavior, because usually the bull sharks work by themselves. They weren't working by themselves anymore. They're clustering. So they're like being social with each other, which is never, it's like unprecedented that they just don't do that. They're lone fish. They just go out, they're lone creatures. And now they're packing up in like a social unit. Then they went farther and found out that the juvenile bull sharks were joining the adult bull sharks, and the adult bull sharks were teaching them how to hunt. And the pups are in a river that comes out to the ocean, and they stay there for like 8, 9 years before they actually come into the ocean typically, but they're not anymore. 5 years, they were finding 5-year-old bull sharks out there catching food. And it's like, yeah, that kind of sounds lazy, but what's happened is we have depleted the food from the ocean that these sharks typically eat. So now they're coming and taking away from the fishermen. So it's kind of like, you know, kind of karma, but it's so interesting to know. And they always thought that sharks really didn't think through things, but I'll tell you, they got fooled and they were very surprised. You get to watch it. It's really cool. It's over on Disney. All right, guys, back to it. Sorry, but I had to tell you because it's just fascinating. Sacred Sweetgrass, Miss Joyce. Okay, so your card today is about blessings for others. There has been, they're showing me like ups and downs. Like you'll be up and it'll be, wow, yay, up. And then all of a sudden, but it's drastic. So it's either drastic, I'm down here, or drastic, wow, how did I get up here? But it's all about those blessings. But now what I'm seeing and what they're showing me is it's like you've been through this, and it would make me sick because it's like being on a roller coaster. I can't handle roller. I'm a sissy with roller coasters. Anyway, hate heights. But this is like you came up and then you started to come down, but you're kind of starting to find like a middle ground right now. And it's still a little bumpy because, you know, nothing's perfect, right? But it's the blessings that you've been starting to see. Now it's about returning those blessings to the divine, mostly the divine. I'm also seeing right now, I just had a gentleman walk in, his hands that he's showing me, his hands, and they're very gnarled, Gnarled, gnarled. But they're older hands, and they're not gnarled on the top, so it's like I don't know if he has arthritis or he's busted his hands before, but they're workers' hands. Okay, you know how you can tell like sometimes the difference between a banker and a factory worker, right? Their hands, right? The bankers are usually all, you know, manicured, clean, soft fingertips, and then you see somebody that's like a factory worker or a farm worker or a bricklayer, and their hands are rough and their fingertips are even rough. This is what I'm seeing from him, and he's walking in. He is trying to, whoever this gentleman is. Okay, so he's giving me the number 76. So I don't know if he passed it in 76 or he was 76 years old. I'm not sure. But 76 means one or the other. It's very specific that he's giving me that. But he's there with you, and he's trying to set things up for you so that you can move through your life easier. And again, but it's also about the blessings. And it's like you give blessings to everybody. Like you're out there touching people's hearts, touching people's lives with these positives. But now it's time that you need to take in a little bit of that for yourself, because you need that balance, right? And they're not saying stop what you do, but you need to have that balance. So it's almost like you have to change some of this other stuff, right? These other people or the other events that are going on around your life. You have to kind of change them up a little bit, and you have to push some of them away because they're hindering you. He's saying they're hindering her. Okay, so the blessing of the sweetgrass is making you aware. Again, maybe this is something, the thing of the day. I always say there's some kind of a theme, but it's almost like they're pushing you in this path because this is what you need to do, and you need to do it for yourself as well as doing it for other people. You have to recognize that, like again, it's like the theme of the day, right? You're good enough to receive. It's okay to receive. It's okay to stop and say no once in a while, or not now. But that's what's going on with you right now. And this gentleman has not left. Not giving me a name, but I can tell he was a worker, and he's still giving me the number 76. So I'm not sure what that is for you, Joyce, but that is your card today, and it is Sacred Sweetgrass. Woo! Okay. Woo! Good. I've never seen a Chihuahua like you got. That Chihuahua is pretty darn cute. Just pretty darn cute. I miss my dogs. I really do. Hi, Lindsay. Yeah, okay, let me see what I get for you. Okay, before I just... Are you kidding me? You don't need permission to eat. Oh, I'd like some, though. I'll tell you. You are silly, you. Oh, my God, that's the silliest question. Oh, I think I needed that laugh, Jillian. Although I'm jealous, I want pizza too now. Oh my gosh. You don't need my permission to eat. Oh, holy crow. All righty, let's see what I got for you, Lindsay. Hang on here. Let me cut them a little bit so that they're moved around a bit. There you go. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh. I was talking about somebody with this a couple weeks back. Your card today is the ant. Now, you see that little drop of water that's in front of that little itty bitty ant, right? You see it? He can make that move, right? Ants, they never stop. Ants never stop. Ants always, always, always get the job done. If they can't do it on their own, they grab their colony and they get out there and they work as a group. So this for you today is about things that are obstacles in your path, in your life right now, and you're not sure how you're going to make it work. I'm being told really loud that you can do whatever you set your mind to. That's who you are to your core. Don't let anything stop you from doing that. But also remember that if you need help, ask from it. Ask for it. Ask the divine, ask the spirit island people, where people that have walked with you in life or your ancestors in the bloodline have passed and they're over there. That's what they do in spirit form. That's what they do in energy form. They help us. Same thing with the divine energies, right? Or ask for the people that are in what I call your sacred circle, right? Those are the people that mean the most to you, the things and places and events, everything that's in that sacred circle you put there, okay? Ask. And I keep hearing, ask and you will receive. You just have to ask. Put a little bit of ego down, put a little bit of pride down. Sometimes we all have to do it. I did. I had to do it. I was flat out homeless back in 2009. It was humbling. Very, very humbling. Didn't want any help from anybody because everybody used to come to me for help. So for me, pride and ego had to be set aside. It was a hard lesson, but you have to do it. So this is what I'm hearing for you. You got everything you need to be able to push through all your obstacles on your path, all obstacles on your life, in your life. You just have to use what you need to do to get through it. So whether or not you're the almighty ant that can push that little tiny drop of water, to us it's a little tiny, but to him it's monumentous, right? You can do it. And if you can't, you ask your colony, or you ask your community, or you ask your people for that assistance. Okay, so that's for you today. And they're like saying, she's really strong. She's got this. And that's what they're doing. They're raising a fist and then, he's got this. So yeah, that's your card. I hope it resonates for you and you have a great day, okay? Oh my God, I'm still laughing at you, Jillian. Thanks for stopping in, Lindsay, and I hope it does make sense for you. Holy crowly crow. Ah, ah. Oh, Jillian. Yeah, sure, I can get you a card today. Oh, my God. Oh, man. It's too hot. I had the oven on this weekend because I didn't go out. It was just too busy in town. So I didn't have gas, propane gas for the grill. And so I cooked everything inside for the kids. I cooked them a couple meals this week while they were here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Ha! This is really funny. I haven't even had this card out yet since I redid the deck. You got the parrot, and that's Mr. Mango Tango right there. He's my little man. So, all right, he's actually out eating right now, so it's good. He just heard me yell for his name. So yeah, you've got Mango. Okay, so parrots are all about communication, and it's like communication goes both ways, right? Ugh. So right now, it's about presenting self and making sure you communicate your needs, your wants, your desires to the spirit realm to be able to line stuff up for you. And it's also about what you're receiving in. Take time that you need to process everything, because I'm hearing like more than one. So like I'm hearing Mango go, Pip go, and Phoenix go, and the Keats, right? So it's coming in from different directions. So take your time and breathe through it and just pay attention to the communication both ways. Yours to them, them to you. Very important, but it'll be very clear. Just take the right time that you need to process it all. But yeah, communication. Look, Mango, it's you. Yeah, he likes that, eh? Yeah, that's Mango. So I hope that resonates with you. See, he's happy. We didn't lose him, right? You want to tell her again? Tell her again. Tell her again. Yeah, okay. He's happy about that. He thinks that's right on target. So thanks, Andy, for popping in. Yeah, he's a happy boy. He's feeling better, I can tell you that. All right. Hi, Kaz. How are you? Welcome. Sure, I can do a read for you. Hang on. I just got to lower this down a little bit. Hang on. Hi, Kathy Littlewood. How are you? Ooh. Okay, let's see what I can get for you. Good, Crush. I'm glad. Yeah, Press, sometimes, and I don't know what I read for you anymore. I don't remember. But, sometimes it's just about taking care of yourself for a change. And, I'm an old bear and I'm over it. But then I have to also look at some of the things that I've done within my life that weren't great. None of us are perfect. And in my youth and my younger years, I did some things that in hindsight now, I probably would have never chose to do. But it happens, and you're the bus. You're driving your bus, so just make sure everything lines up for you. Oh, okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. 7. Ooh. Okay. Look at. You want to see this card, Mango? What do you think about this card? You don't like that one, or do you? Huh? Okay, he likes it. All right, so here's your card, Kaz. It's the lion. Okay, so lions, they bring in a lot of different meanings and energies. For you today, though, it's okay. It's working within. It's working within your confines. What they're showing me is this lion sitting with the entire pride of young lions, lionesses, and himself. But it's all about working with each other and being with each other. And it's about showing strength. Sometimes you'll have to dig really, really deep, whatever the situation that's on with the people that are around you. Sometimes you're going to have to dig really super deep to remain calm, to not take in the negativity that people can sometimes lay on our lap or doorstep. I know, Mango. And sometimes it's about having a little bit of hope and faith. He's really loud. Can you tell he's really happy today? Yeah, he's feeling better, guys. But it's all about how you work with the power and the energy and the experiences that you've had to this point in your life. And everything there will get you through whatever this is that you're trying to deal with right now. And it's something I mean, like, you don't really want to go there. You don't want to really think about it too much. You just wish it would kind of wash away and everything would be back the way it should be, at least how we think. So this is about knowing that you have that strength, that you keep your faith of whatever this is that's going on, and hope and all that alive, not only for yourself but for others. And I feel that also that people are looking at you for that kind of leadership, kind of looking at you to set the pace for whatever this is, whatever it is that's going on. So just know that you'll do the best that you can do in the situation, because you have the experience, you have the knowledge, you have the spiritual connection, you have the right mindset to be able to deal with it, and just be proud of that. And that's what I'm seeing for you today, and I hope it resonates for you, Kaz. And that's your card today, the lion. Woo! Okay, let's go down the list a little bit more. Okay. Kathy. Hi, Margaret. Thanks for that. I appreciate it. Well, there you go. There you go. Made some smudge sticks. They're great. Smudge sticks are great. Not saying that. Hi, whoever put the stickers up, Margaret, and I can't tell who else, Margaret. Oh, Cindy Pinkham. Hi, thanks for that. The kids will make sure that your name goes in whatever they're doing this week. I typically use loose white sage. I put lavender in it, put a little bit of tobacco in it, and then usually a little little bit of Palto Alta. I think it's called Palto Alta. It's from the Palto. I don't. It's. I put that all in. There's usually four. Sometimes I'll also add herbs to it, so that's why other herbs to it, depending on the situation. So that's kind of why um, I don't use smudge sticks. Plus, I have my bowl, my abalone shell, which is a grandmother's shell. It's huge, that was gifted to me, and I use that to burn. But smudge sticks are great as well. So that's kind of cool. I'm glad you're doing that. All right, here we go, Kathy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And let me tell you, Annie Gertrude, you woke Pip or you woke Mango up, man. He's crazy right now. So he's into it. All right, so you also get the snow goose today. Somebody else got it earlier. Snow goose for you though. What is it about for you? A change in plans, they said. Kind of like a change in the weather. Change in plans. Change. Something that you weren't expecting showed up, or aren't expecting will show up, but it's something right out of left field, like you just didn't expect it. And again, I keep hearing change of plans. So I don't know if it's about how you're going to address whatever this is, and it's going to change things, or how you view whatever this is, but they keep saying change of plans. Now, the snow goose, that's what they do. They go with change, right? So they go between the change of climate, and that's enough, little man. So they follow that, and they actually leave. Like, we've got Canadian geese here, but they're here year round, even in the winter. The snow goose likes it colder, so that's where they go. That's where they head. But this, again, is all about the adaptability of being able to change into what is needed at that precise second, that precise moment in time. And you have the adaptability to do it. Just know it's coming, and just know that it's nothing negative. It just switches things up. Okay, so you have to make sure you look closely at whatever it's being shown to you, so that you can kind of process it for the proper reaction to it. Okay, not sure what that's about, but I'm seeing that come into effect maybe like over the next 3-4 days. It might be going on. So just take your time, and everything will be fine. Just add positives to it. Don't add fear to it. Okay, and there you go. That is your card as well today. It is the snow goose. All right. Hi, Kara. How are you? Woo! I am so hot. What's this? Yeah. I get that, Joyce. I get that 100%. I get that. I understand it. Our animals are important to us. I want a dog so bad. I can't even tell you guys how bad I want a dog. But I know that it wouldn't be good for the dog, because I can't go outside to walk like I used to. I don't have a huge, large fenced in yard that I can just let them be outside. I don't have any of that, so I have to do what's best for the animal, and I can't have them. The cat I have, Milan, I've had her for 18 years, so obviously, she was the family cat, and my mom passed, and my daughter moved, and she's got her own cats, and so Mulan wound up staying with me. Animals are big comfort, and that's why I have my birds, because they interact with me and keep me on my toes every single day, and I guarantee they do, and they've actually brought joy to me, so that's awesome. So here we go, guys. We're at the end. I went over an hour, so about an hour 15 minutes I gave you guys today, so we'll be back tomorrow. Holly Jenkins and myself, and we're going to be talking about protection and what we use for protection, and medicine pouches and bundles and curses. And are they real? Are they fake? How do they work? All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow at 3, or I'll see you next week. Okay, so thanks for tuning in today, and I love you all. Take care now. Bye.
Yeah. Cool, wasn't it? Bye, bear, Mom Bear.
Bye, Mama
See you
Bear.
later, bear, Mom Bear, Mom Bear.
I